United at the moment.
Of course you
I have to, you know what I mean? No, but
Bomboka!
yeah, how you double barreling me, man?
But bro, you gotta get the blue and the bomber.
So, okay, so
I don't think
let's
so.
say you sold Nketiah and you got Ivan Toney. Would you not be happy about that?
Nah, not really.
You're crazy, man.
Bomboka!
How can you tell me you would
Bomber clock you,
how can you tell me you would not be happy with Ivan Toney? Another one we forgot to touch on. Bissaka to West Ham.
Alright, we're back with another episode of the On The Bench podcast. I'm your host, Jay Dan. And there's only two of us right now, man. Tone's gone. He's just on a little vacation right now. Frank was on a vacation as well. That's why we haven't been recording. Sorry, fans. We're back, though. Premier League starts in 2 weeks. Community show next week. I think it's going to be a good season. But anyway, Frank, how you been, though, man? How you been, brother?
Yeah, good. Yeah. Obviously, I was away in the States. Miss you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. I went to see my family. It was an emotional trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm happy to be back. Obviously, the football season's starting, and this is where you want to be when the football season's starting. You know what I mean? Fantasy League and Community Shield and games and cups and Premier League and all that. So
yeah,
can't wait, man. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, 100.
Even though there is only two of us for now.
For now, we'll be back. We'll be back to 3. Don't worry. And we got John in the back as well, man. What are you saying, John? Big up the people, them.
Large up everyone. Large up OTB podcast, man. I'm happy to be here.
Love, man. So you're going to hear a voice in the back that's just John in the back, you know. He knows he's football as well. Plus, he's a gooner like me. My God.
No one's
Ready on me.
No one's perfect.
You fool.
Bomboka!
We're doing bomber class early right now. All right, boom. We're going to just touch on the Southgate quickly. Obviously, we kind of stopped recording a bit when he's been gone, but I just want to touch on it a bit. What do you think, man? He's left. I think he done it the right way. He didn't stay. Instead of him getting sacked, or he just kind of mutual agreement, and he left. And they're linked to Pochettino at the moment, which I think that'd be a very, very, very good manager for England, man.
Yeah, I think so. Southgate's done, for me, I've said for a long time, I think he's done a very good job. He's not done a great job. He's done a very good job to get England up to a certain point. But I think we need another manager now to take us to that next level. Whether that will be Poch or not, I don't know. But I feel like Poch is a better manager than Southgate. There's also talk about potentially Thomas Tuchel maybe coming in.
I prefer Poch out of the two, man.
Yeah, so do I. But there's also Eddie Howe that they're looking at as well from Newcastle. So, look, I think the one thing about all three of those, maybe not so much Tommy Tuchel, but definitely Poch and Eddie Howe, they play more attacking football. They take more risks. Tuchel's more about structure, but definitely better than Southgate. So 100%. I wouldn't be against any of those three, to be fair. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, watch this space.
Eddie Howe's a good shout. That's a good shout.
I like Eddie Howe.
But I would more go for Poch. I like Poch. He's done more for Tottenham.
Yeah, I like Poch.
Than what Newcastle.
Yeah. And he's got experience, obviously, managing in the country as well. You know, English
and big players as well.
Yeah, he's managed big players at PSG and whatnot. So yeah, look, I wouldn't be against Poch at all. So, but yeah, let's see what happens.
All right, let's see. That's a good look. All right, boom. We're gonna jump into the Man United man. Them. All right, you lot done some business in the transfer window. Sancho's back. The boy's back in the team. Yeah. Did he say sorry? Did he apologise? Or did he just...
I don't know, man. I feel like with the Sancho situation, I feel like Ineos have done a really good job. They've tried to sort of put everything, you know, they've got him and Ten Hag together and said, right, enough is enough. You know, we need to allow this. They've probably aired out a few feelings and thoughts and whatnot. Don't know whether someone backed down or someone just, you know, whatever. But they've sorted it out. This is why you need a structure. This is what we always talked about. This is why you need a director. You've been saying that about Ineos. Yeah, you need a CEO. You need people that are in charge that know what they're doing and know how to speak, know how to approach things. We'll get the respect of the players because of what they've done at, you know, Dan Ashworth, what he'd done at for England, what he'd done for Newcastle, what he'd done for, you know, West Brom, Omar Barada at Man City, all these people, Jason Wilcox again from Southampton, City. When these people congregate, get together, you know that they know what they're talking about. So, so they've resolved that situation. And now what you've got is a player who's an asset. Again, he's not useless. So if they want to sell him, they can say, well, we're either going to play him or we'll sell him for what we want.
You should get about 50 mil.
They want around 40 mil for him.
Yeah, 40, 50 mil.
Because of his wages. He's on big wages as well. So, yes, I'm happy about that. Obviously, the Xerxes signing and the Euro signing are...
Do you see the Euro thing, though? What was it? We pay 50 mil?
I think it's
for an 18-year-old.
Yeah, it's a risk, isn't it? It's a risk, but again, look, you've got. I mean, I look at the people that have signed him, and they saw it, and I quote, a unique opportunity in the market. To get him, because obviously Brandthwaite was the number one choice. De Ligt is now a player that they're after, but they looked at Euro. Look, Real Madrid don't go for mugs. You know what I mean?
That's
Real
true.
Madrid did want him, but at obviously a much lower fee. He's 18. He's got a lot of potential.
He looked good. I saw preseason.
And then he got injured.
He looked.
Yeah,
he looked the part. Yeah,
it's exactly what happened to Mainu last season. Last season he broke through preseason, looked good for a couple of games,
and then
he
bam,
got injured.
And he's out for 3 months as well.
Exactly the same as Mainu, out for 3 months, and then when he came in, he transformed the team pretty much. Well. He looked a lot better than we looked a lot better with him than without him. So I feel like Euros, he's obviously not just for the present; he's for the future. He's 18 years old. It's a lot of money, but look, if things don't work out, or if he wants to go to Real Madrid in 3-4 years and he's on good form, you're still going to get a decent amount.
Still going to get your money. Okay, because you'll be young still. What do you think about that, John? 60 mil, 50. What's it? What do they pay? 50 or 60?
I think it's rising to around about 60 to 70 million
so
euros.
50 maybe with add-ons based some of the.
Yeah. There's a lot of add-ons on that. Yeah.
What do you think though about that, John? For an 18-year-old centre back, not prem proven, still on the come up.
See, that's my main issue is the fact that we haven't seen enough of him for them to be putting down 50 million. I feel like it's a bit of a steep price, but time will tell. We'll find out. We'll see what he can do in the following season. Sure.
But it's a gamble. It is a gamble, 100%. And Xerxes is the other one. We needed a striker.
Yeah.
Martial was pretty much out for the whole of last season. I don't want to get Weghorst again. You know what I mean? So, I think what they've done with Xerxes as well, a lot of people were laughing at the way that we paid it, but he had a 33.8 million release clause.
Yeah.
But what United done is they paid around 35 million, so a little bit more, but it's amortized. I'm not going to say it properly, so I'm not going to try and say it. But they're basically paying it in like installments. Yeah. So I think it's around about 13 million a season, but that way PSR doesn't get affected too much.
So you look Kalana,
the release fee,
you got the Kalana payment, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ocado payments, and Tesco Club Card points, and all that. But I think it's a smart signing. Yeah. He's a big lad. He's physical. He's technical. He's quick. He's a finisher. But I don't think he's just going to be there for the goals. The way that he plays, he drops deep, a bit like Martial was doing. And that's why Ten Hag favoured Martial a lot, because what he'll do, he'll drop deep, he'll play in Garnacho, he'll play in Rashford. A bit like what Harry Kane was doing for Spurs.
Yeah, when you drop it deep.
He's that kind of player, can pick a pass. And I think it will help Bruno's link-up play as well. I personally think it's a very, very smart move, because we were linked with Tony, do you remember?
Yeah. Tony, what's going on with him?
Well, we were linked with him, but we've got Højlund. We've got an out-and-out.
No, but I'm saying in general, obviously, not to go too deep into it, but he's just, because you mentioned him, he's not even...
Well, listen...
It's a link to nobody.
There's still a month left in the window.
100 million... But
there's still a month left. He might still go somewhere.
There was a 100 million price tag on him not so long ago.
But that's because he's got a year left on his contract now.
And then now, he's not even linked to nobody.
40, 50 mil, yeah. Well, again, like I said, so for me, that's why I didn't want us to go for him. We've already got Højlund, who's a crash the box, out and out number 9. This guy's a bit more of a sort of tactical striker. So we've got options now. And now Højlund's injured for 6 weeks, so we're probably going to see that.
You look got a lot of injuries. Rashford's out as well.
No, Rashford's okay.
Oh, is he not?
Yeah, no, there was rumours, but he played the other night. He's okay.
Oh, he's good, yeah. I thought he was out still.
Yeah, so but you just know we're going to pick up more injuries, you know what I mean?
You know.
And it's just shambles.
You'll have your injury prone.
But,
so are you optimistic for the season then?
I was.
Do you want more signings?
We need more signings. We need another centre back. We always needed at least 2 centre backs, especially if someone leaves. Yeah. Well, Varane's already left, so Euro was technically Varane's replacement. But we're not gonna buy it unless we sell. So McTominay's, he's not a defender, but McTominay's, Fulham have had 2 bids rejected. United won about 30 mil.
But he might be going. He might be going as well.
I think he will. Well, here's what confuses me, and I know we're going to touch on the Emil Smith Rowe.
Yeah, we're going to go
signing later. Yeah. But it drives me nuts that Fulham will pay 34 million for Smith Rowe, who barely played in the last couple of seasons, injury prone. Of course, he's a very good player, but
very, very good.
Best ability. Again, we always say it, the best ability is availability, and McTominay's ever present. He's always there. He can play 2-3 different roles. He'll get you goals. He's got Premier League experience. He's physical. He's good from corners in both boxes. You know what I mean? Surely he's worth around the same price. You know what I mean? Surely. I'm not talking about a technical perspective. I'm not saying that he's a better technical footballer than Smith Rowe, but he's useful. He's an asset to what
How old is McTominay?
27.
27. Remember, Smith Rowe's what, 23?
Yeah, but McTominay's approaching technically, he's approaching. He's not even in the peak of his career, according to sort of stats from the past of other players and stuff. So, and I feel like, you look at Andreas Pereira, when he left Man United and went to Fulham, he looked like a really good player.
Yeah, he's balling out there as well.
That's what I mean. And I feel like McTominay will be more of the same. I think he's almost single-handedly got Scotland to the Euros.
Touching on the Smith Rowe McTominay, they're not similar players because I think McTominay is a bit more of a defensive.
Direct, yeah.
And he's got a bit this defensive element. But they do similar things where Smith Rowe will crash into the box. He'll roll around and McTominay does the same thing, crash, get a goal, let it go. I don't think they're gonna get McTominay.
Well,
I think it's just one of those.
But listen, they might be
rumours.
They might have spoken to him and said to him, "Look, we want you to play," because they sold Paulinho, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they might be saying to him, "Look," and they were looking at that Brazilian lad Andre, and that's fallen through. Yeah. So they might be saying to him, "Do you know what? We know that you can get a goal, but we want you to play as a holding player or a defensive
deeper."
player.
And then Smith Rowe play in the 10 and McTominay in the 8, maybe.
Yeah, that's it. And remember, they do still have Pereira, and they've got other players as well. So I personally think look, I'm going to tell you right now, whoever Scott McTominay goes to, I'm putting him on my fantasy team if he leaves United. Because you'll be a guaranteed starter, and you know he's going to get goals. So. And he's only 5 mil.
Yeah. That's like Smith Rowe. I was thinking.
He's 5.5, isn't he?
Yeah, but I got to get him in my team now because he's in a bag. He's going to get assists.
He's a good player.
He's in a bag. As we speak about Smith Rowe anyway, I'm heartbroken, man.
What, that he's left?
Bro.
Halen boy.
Like,
him and Saka.
Every time he was on Instagram, I was just dropping the heartbroken comments like, Arsenal, what have you done? This is like... he's like our Jack Wilshere, he's like Jack Wilshere 2.0, but Jack Wilshere, obviously, he was injury prone and it didn't work out. But as in, at least we saw a bit of more Smith Rowe, a little bit. And I thought it was going to be Saka and Smith Rowe that was going to be...
Yeah, Saka, right.
And it was just, I'm heartbroken, man. I can't believe he's gone. But I'm happy for him because he's going to get time to show his talent and prove himself.
He needs to.
And hopefully...
He's 22 now?
23.
Okay.
Yeah. Smith Rowe. I don't know if you see this, but I'm going to be marketing this on Instagram. if you can, bro, dunk on Man City, bruv. Yeah, once a red, always a red. Dunk on them for us, bro. But yeah, good signing, though. Good signing for Fulham.
I mean, I personally think it's too much money. That's my opinion.
100%.
I feel like they're paying more for potential. When I say potential, I don't mean potential in terms of age. He's already in his mid-20s, but potential in terms of if he does play, what he can do.
What he can do, kind of thing, yeah.
Rather, because like I said, he's had so many injuries, and with professional football, because the intensity is so high, a lot of the time when players are injury prone, they do stay injury prone for a lot of their career.
100%.
You know what I mean? You've got to look at, as I said, Martial earlier, because the intensity is so high that their bodies just can't stand up to the ring.
Martial was on fraud, bro.
Yeah, this is what I mean. But you know what? Technically, he was unreal.
He was
Martial was unreal, and I've heard stories and stuff of like a lot of the academy players when they were training with the first team. They were like, they couldn't believe how good Martial was.
How good he is.
Like, just technically. Obviously, training, you see madness.
But you see that when he plays Martial, you see his ability, skillful.
And people are going to laugh at me for saying this, but every time Martial played against Van Dijk, I felt like Van Dijk... It sounds silly because obviously Liverpool beat us quite a lot of times.
You're saying this because Tone's not here, isn't it?
Yeah. This is going to get him back. No, but I always felt like Van Dijk would struggle to handle Martial because he is strong, he is quick, he's quick on a turn, he can go both ways. But that and obviously that just shows you how good Van Dijk is because I'm using him as an example. But I used to always I'm like, let me see how he manages Van Dijk, or let me see how Van Dijk manages Martial. And he used to you'd see him spin him, and you'd see him, and even against City when we beat City a few times, Martial played a key part in that on a few occasions. So
Martial's a top player, man.
But the injuries and physically, he just wasn't. He just
wasn't really.
He just couldn't do it. His body wouldn't do it.
I do hope though. Back to Smith Rowe. I do hope that he just stays fit now. And he just shows his talent.
I want to see what he can do. I want to see him dunk on Arsenal.
Do you know what? As we're talking to Smith Rowe, we're going to get into the Arsenal transfers as well. We're not linked to a number 10. And you see, this is where if we don't sign another number 10, right, and you see if Odegaard gets injured right now, and Smith Rowe does stay fit, it's going to bite Arteta in the bum. And they do. It's going to, the Arsenal, you got to think about this. If Odegaard gets injured, obviously, they're going to play Havertz in the 10 role. He's going to drop deep. That's what I believe they will do.
But if you do that, who plays as the number 9?
They're going to have to put Jesus there.
And what? Okay. And you still got Nketiah as well. Is he staying or is he going?
He's meant to be staying now, apparently.
Well, that tells me that you guys are probably not...
signing a number 9.
Yeah, I feel like you lot wanted Benjamin Šeško. I feel like you wanted Šeško, and obviously he signed a new contract, didn't he?
Yeah.
But I'm hearing that the contract that he signed basically... it's Leipzig saying to him, give us another season, and next summer we'll let you go for a reasonable amount of money, not a ridiculous amount of money. That's what I'm hearing. So I feel like maybe they're put, because look, remember with you guys, when you've got people like Edu and stuff in charge, they know what they're doing in terms of getting deals structured in advance. So that might be who Arteta wants and feels that will take you lot to the next level. So
maybe that's why.
So that's why they might be. Look, let's stick it out for another year. Havertz is getting you a few goals, and Nketiah can play up there. Jesus can play up there.
No, but that's not going to win us the league. And this is what we really need, was that clinical number 9. I
mean, I agree. I do agree. But remember one thing: it's a marathon, not a race. And if not winning the league again this season, but running close and challenging and maybe winning a trophy, but then from next season you start because obviously you're still a young team. And if you do get someone like Šeško, who's like 20, 21, I think he is. He's very, very young. 19, 20, I think he is actually. Yeah. So, and if that means that you're gonna have him for the next 7, 8 years, whatever.
I think the clock's running out for Arteta.
It is.
Because you got, like I said to you, he's going to just be like another Southgate. What are we going to do? Just finish second again? Not win a cup? Your time's going to run out eventually, bro. What do you think about that? About, basically, we're just talking about Arteta. If he doesn't sign another number 10, if Odegaard gets injured, I reckon it'll bite him in his bum, letting Smith Rowe go. We need a number 9. Eddie Nketiah's not looking like he's leaving now, so I don't think we're going to get another number 9. It's a bit, mad.
I feel like to say he'll be like another Southgate is a bit harsh, because what we've seen from him, like what we've seen from our team over the past couple of years, has been the most promising bit of football.
That's like England, but what's the difference? But what's the difference in England? That's been the most promising England.
He makes a good point. I agree with you, funnily enough, but he makes a really good point.
I don't mean promising in terms of the results that we're getting. I mean the style of the performances, the style of football. Yeah. We're competing against teams like Manchester City. And
we've definitely improved.
Winning. You know what I'm saying?
We've definitely improved our style of football. We're going to Anfield. We're getting results. We're going Etihad. We're playing the top 6, and we're not getting smacked up as we used to.
But at the same time, you're right in the sense of the fact that we can only give him so many chances before he needs to make his exit. If we
this is what I'm saying. Because
any kind of silverware.
Yeah. This is the point.
Well, I think this season's a very, very big season for Arsenal.
Very big.
I mean, I was saying this on one of our group chats, actually, me and my pals, and I said that last season, if you remember, I said that City are definitely favourites.
Who's your favourite this year, though?
For me, Arsenal and City are joint favourites now.
You reckon?
Mm-hmm. That's what I feel like. I feel like Arsenal will be 1 year better, 1 year more experience. I feel like even...
I can't believe I'm hearing this.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say because of Enos.
Nah. I feel like, look, you bought Calafiori, he can play left back. I think he's a very good player.
He looks cold. I've been watching his highlights.
Player. He can play left back.
Yeah.
He's predominantly a centre-back. He can play left-back, though. A bit like Guardiola for City. Listen, Arteta's just copying Pep. Everything Pep does, Arteta does.
Yeah. Pep
but
2.0.
it works, you know what I mean? So that's one. I feel, and I said this on the chats as well. If Arsenal get what you're talking about, Marino, Mikel Marino, another centre midfielder, and we know what Marino's about. He's a Spanish player. He's going to hold the ball. He's going to keep the ball.
He's going to keep the player moving.
Ball retention, you're not going to get the ball off them. If they get another midfielder and a striker or a forward, I make Arsenal slight favourites for the title this season.
That's a good point, actually. I forgot about the Marino brother, because he's going to play number 8, I'm guessing. Which is going to help our left-hand side. Martinelli, if he plays, Trossard. You're going to have more of a passing on that side, basically. Whereas normally, all the plays to the right-hand side, you got Odegaard over there, Saka. Normally, we play that side, so that will help a lot, which we might get more goals. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he feels like we don't need a number 9.
This is, I mean, look, you look at Man City, a lot of their best football over the years under Pep was without a real out-and-out number 9. Okay, they had Aguero, but there was a period when...
You lot said Aguero's the greatest striker ever.
I never said that. I've never said that. Aguero's a top striker, but what I'm saying is a lot of the time... I mean, but Aguero wasn't really an out-and-out centre-forward. For me, he was a centre-forward, but he could play deeper. He could... he could pick a pass.
He's a striker, bro.
But so Aguero and Haaland, for example, are 2 different players.
Yeah, 100.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
Aguero's more diminutive. He's more of a little forward that will, you know what I mean, like get involved in a bit more play. And then obviously when he started pushing his late 20s, early foot, that's when he started to play within the width for the penalty box. But with Haaland, link-up play isn't his strength.
No, he's just...
And I feel like you look at Man City, they play their better football a lot of the time without Haaland. Yeah, he gets all the goals, but the better football comes when he's not playing. For me, I feel like they look more like a complete team.
Without
him. And I feel like maybe that, and again, that's what I'm saying to you, Arteta's trying to do exactly what Pep does, but it's working. And obviously, Arteta knows the blueprint because he was Pep's assistant for how many years? So he's probably, look, we say this, they could go and spend 30 million next week or 40 million on a striker like Ivan Toney and then go and get a centre forward and win the league. I don't know.
Boo. But, well, one Ivan Toney, man.
Yeah, but you'd be better off with him than without him. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think so.
Okay, so
I don't think
let's
so.
say you sold Nketiah and you got Ivan Toney. Would you not be happy about that?
Nah, not really.
You're crazy, mate.
Not really.
Hold on.
Bomba.
How can you tell me you would
Bomba Clark,
how can you tell me you would not be happy with Ivan Toney?
Obviously, over Eddie and Nketiah.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't. No, but I wouldn't be.
But
I'm saying I wouldn't be happy with Ivan Toney. Has
why
the player we've got? Because he's not gonna just. It's just like having. It's like having an improved Nketiah. That's my opinion.
Yeah, but that's not a bad player.
We'll be getting goals from him. We're not getting goals from Nketiah.
I want a Haaland type, a serial killer. You know, like a man.
But there's not many of them about.
Isaac, a flipping dangerous Osherman, one of the man that's not playing no games. Ivan Toney's playing games, bro.
All right, so
I don't even think Arteta wants to implement that even into his squad. I don't think he wants to implement that into his squad though.
What's that?
From the signings that we're seeing him make, he's not trying to get like a player like Haaland for our squad because it doesn't seem like that's going to be part of the tactics.
Look,
what do you mean by that? By like a top,
like a full-on bags man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But that's what we need, though.
So look, the other thing that I'll say, I'm trying to look at it from a different angle now. When Arteta came in, he had to get rid of Aubameyang and Ozil to elevate the team. He had to take a step back to take a couple of steps forward. A lot of the players out there, especially the big name players, obviously are going to have egos.
Yeah.
It might be a case where an Osman or even an Ivan Toney, maybe they look at the character of the player and thinking, you know what, he's not going to fit right.
He's not for Arsenal, yeah.
The first 3 months he'll be fine, he'll behave himself. Then after that, he might
corrupt
saying
him.
things. The agent might start saying things, and then unrest in the dressing room. Again, I'm just speculating. I'm looking at it from a different angle. But I
believe they definitely look at how you're going to affect the dressing room.
Yeah, because right now Arteta's the leader of that dressing room.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. When he first came in, he was pretty much almost like a no one. He was like people were calling him Pep's cone boy and all that kind of stuff.
And I believe that
was there.
They weren't rating him.
They weren't. So, but again, like I said, now there's no question that Arteta is the leader of that dressing room. So, and obviously he wants to keep it that way because even Sir Alex used to always say, in order for you, if once you lose control of the dressing room, that's it, you're done.
You're done.
So, and again, it goes. You look at Ollie. Ollie done for me. Done a really, really good job at United, but he never had full control of the dressing room. Cheers, mate. And that eventually cost him his job, especially when Ronaldo came in.
Yeah.
So look again. Let's see what happens. Arsenal do need a centre forward, in my opinion,
100%.
and everyone else's opinion. But I still think that Arsenal could get there without an out-and-out centre forward. I still think they can.
I don't think we're across the line. Who's this new kid that Man City signed? The Brazilian Savio. Is he one of them crazy Brazilians that's just going to do a mad thing? Honestly, I don't know much about him.
Not much of him. So I can't comment too much on him. The only thing I've read, because a lot of the time I read different sort of I listen to podcasts and read articles and stuff. The only thing I do know is obviously he's very, very technical. And City don't really miss, do they?
This is what I'm saying. Did you know about Doku before he came?
Yeah. I knew about Doku. Yeah, I knew about Jeremy Doku.
I only knew about him from FIFA.
Yeah. But no,
he was cold on FIFA.
City really, and I think they paid around 30 million, was it, for Savio, something like that?
Yeah, it's cheap.
I think just under. So
Pep normally gets them gems, you know, like is De Bruyne going? Is he going? That's another thing. He might be. If De Bruyne leaves, that could be a big.
But I think they'll be alright. I genuinely feel like Phil Foden's going to take the mantle now. Anyway.
Yeah. And he's going to run with it.
Let's talk about the Alvarez deal.
Oh yeah,
because we've just had a here we go from big Fabrizio Romano.
Here we go,
and they're talking 75 million euros plus 20 million euros in add-ons. Bear in mind they paid around 16 million for him just about a couple of years ago.
They're making profit. I don't think it's worth that much though.
I don't think so.
We was linked to him as well. I was thinking, I hope we don't bloody sign him.
No, I agree. Very, very good player. But I just feel like that is, you know what, City must be laughing at that deal, man, because that is so much money, and it's just so much of that is going to be profit, and now they can go and spend 30-40 million on another
someone else now. Yeah.
But obviously, it's going to have to be you know what, I can see them going into the South American market again and getting another sort of young Brazilian or Argentinian striker again and doing something similar, you know, because Haaland's going to be their number 9 starting, you know what I mean, pretty much every game.
But they don't really play with a striker anyway. When Haaland's out, they don't. It's not like they're not really fussed about it.
Potentially, but I do think they'll need a more direct sort of forward, because a lot of their players are more technical at the moment. You know what I mean? Grealish is quite technical. Doku's quite technical, although he's a bit direct in certain ways. So anyway, we'll see what happens to that. But that is a hell of a deal for City.
All right, boom. West Ham. A lot of signings. They're looking like
that's your money. That's you lot arming them like that with that Declan Rice money.
I know, man. We loaded them
100 odd million for Declan Rice.
Gave the ops too much money.
They're gonna finish above you lot this season.
Hell, you just said we're gonna win it. Yeah.
I know. That was a bit. That was a bit tasty. That was. We'll let them slide.
But yeah, they got a good looking team, man. At the moment.
They've
what's his name? Kudos. What's his name? Falcao? You know I always get my names wrong, man.
Yeah, full crew.
Full crew. Falcao, you know. Falcao's been for you, lot. Full crew. Yeah. And what's the other guy they signed? Somerville as well. He looks cold.
Somerville had a really, really good season. It was in a championship, but he had a really, really good season for Leeds last season. There was a lot of clubs after him. They got Max Kilman from Wolves as well.
Yeah.
As we all know, left-sided centre-backs or left-footed centre-backs are hard to find and come by. So that's why they paid around 40 million for him. And I think he was Wolves' captain as well. So
he was good for Wolves as well. For them.
And Zuma's already their captain as well. So the two centre-backs are both leaders, which is a good look for them. Fulkrug, we've seen what he can do in the Euros. One of those goals that he smashed in was incredible, wasn't it?
He's going to get a lot of goals.
Yeah, I think he'll score. He's such a typical West Ham striker, isn't he?
That's what I'm saying.
Big, solid block number 9.
I'm thinking about putting him in my FPL. I've been saying,
I'm
saying shit. I'm not getting in there somehow. There's too much players that need to get in there now.
Yeah, but I think for me, the biggest plus for West Ham, the signings are great.
Keeping the players as well.
They've kept Bowen and they've kept Kudus. Well, far.
What's his name? You know I'm going to get it wrong.
Paqueta.
I call him Paqueta.
Well, Paqueta, I don't know what's going. I'm going to put him on a course one day.
Me and my football names course. Paqueta.
I mean, honestly, I've not been following that since what happened with the whole betting thing. So I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know when he can play or whatnot. But he's an unbelievable footballer.
He's a baller, man. He's a top baller.
Kudus and Bowen, so far, obviously, there's still a month left of the window. But if they can keep hold of those two, and remember, they got a new manager. They got Lopetegui as manager as well. So they're going to be playing a different style of football. Honestly, if I was a West Ham fan, I'd be excited. Yeah, I really, really would.
You know what it is? You say that sometimes these teams go out there and buy a bag of players. Their team looks. I agree. Yeah. So you lot was. Yeah, you know. You buy all these players, you think.
Why you got to throw us into it?
Because I have to, because you lot was talking the most. You buy all these players, we're going to win the league, we're going to win the world. And then it just goes tits up. So it's whether the players gel. This is very important.
Yeah. I agree.
Sign everybody you want. Arsenal, we don't sign crazy players like that. We sign good players and it works well.
Like Pepe, yeah?
Pepe was a baller. How dare you, bro? Brother, don't diss Pepe. Pepe's a baller. Listen,
where's Pepe now?
He's gone to Villarreal on a free transfer.
Yeah, exactly. Free transfer, yeah.
Boy, shit happens, man. But at Arsenal, Pepe wasn't a good baller?
For Arsenal?
Pepe wasn't good.
What, for Arsenal?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. That's why he's not there anymore.
He was good.
That's why you can't tell me he was good.
Pepe scored some good goals.
I don't care if he scored
and he was
some good
twisting.
goals.
He was a good. He wasn't 72 million good. 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
I own that.
So he's not.
But he was good though.
No, he wasn't, man.
And he didn't really get.
Pepe's one of the worst signings in Arsenal's history.
Listen, you have Anthony. I got to press the blue line.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not denying that.
Don't talk to me about Pepe.
I'm not denying that.
You got Anthony.
100% Anthony was an awful sign. It's absolutely shocking.
How much was Anthony?
90
million, bruv.
Euros.
Huh?
Listen, I'm clutching the straws here.
Listen, that's close to million. That's close to pounds now. The Euro's close.
Again, I'm not denying it. That was a shocker.
I'm into stocks. The Euro's close.
Pepe is one of the worst signings in Arsenal's history. Hold on, is he not your? No, Rice is your record signing, obviously. Yeah, okay. But he's what?
He was
before
that. He was before. Yeah, he was before. Yeah.
Shocker, considering the players that you lot have had and the signings that you lot have made in the past.
I
Pepe's one of the worst signings in your history.
Nah,
it's not.
I don't think it was that bad.
I'm not saying the worst, but one of the worst.
Nah, no way. We've had man like called Scalacci and them, man. You know.
Yeah, but they didn't cost 70 odd million.
It doesn't matter. You've had some.
You know what I mean?
Shockers.
Yeah. So Pepe was. Listen, decent player at what was it? Lille, I think he was at before.
Yeah.
Of course, very good player, but at Arsenal, shocking.
No way. How?
Very, very poor.
Flipping up, I'm losing your name, bro. She might call you Tony in a minute. Tony. Only player. Yeah, John, what do you reckon about Pepe? Quickly.
Pepe was meaty, man. I can't rate him. I'm gonna be honest.
You rate him
for 75 mil.
It's one of your guys.
No, forget about
70 odd mil. But what we're getting from him, performance wise, is lackluster. to say the least.
Exactly.
He scored some good goals,
I don't
bro.
care.
How many good
Anthony
goals?
scored a couple of bangers.
Okay,
He has.
one or
Anthony scored a couple
two.
of
He scored
bangers,
about 2 bangers,
So how many
bro.
did Pepe score?
About 30. minus.
He even got 30 career goals.
Minus, wait, 30 minus 22. Nah, I'm playing. He scored some good goals, though. Nah, I get you. He wasn't 70 million, but cool.
Absolutely not.
We're going to move from Mr. Pepe.
Yeah.
Newcastle linked to Gay. Is that his name? Is that correct? Is that wrong? Did I get it right?
That's right.
Is that right, Frank?
Yes.
All right,
That's
cool.
correct. Well done.
No bumper clots me. Yeah, he's linked to Newcastle. That's a good signing, man. Good centre back. And from the Euros, he really he proved himself. I didn't even put him in my team when we done our Euro selection because in the friendly game he looked a bit shaky.
I liked him a lot. Yeah, he was one of England's best
players. 100%.
I don't know if he got into the team of the tournament. Actually, I can't remember, but. If he didn't, he wouldn't have been far off. Because he was solid. There was one, I can't remember which game it was now. There was one game in particular. I thought, do you know what? Fair play, mate. 60 million, obviously, is a lot of money. Yeah. But he's what, 24, 25, 20? I think 25.
Yeah.
So he's still sort of mid 20s, let's say. Got a good few years in him as well. Plenty of Premier League experience. I think from what I can remember, he can play right or left centre back, so that's good rotation for them as well. Good player, and I feel like he will do very, very well for Newcastle. Good signing. If he gets over the line.
That's something over the line. I like Gay, man. He looked well. Newcastle though, they didn't do what I thought they was gonna do last season, so I don't know if they're gonna.
But they had a lot of injuries.
Yeah, but the league's getting harder. You got to think if West Ham kick on like we're expecting them to do. That's another team in the mix.
League. Yeah, this is the Premier League now. You got Villa, you got City, you got Liverpool,
Villa as well.
You got Spurs, you got Arsenal, you got obviously United will be up there somewhere.
Oh yeah,
you know I hope.
Say that again.
But you got. There's too many good. Even like I want to see how Ipswich do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, they play such good football. I want to see how they sort of adapt to the Premier League because obviously Burnley tried to play it the same way that they played in the Championship and they got completely ran through, especially the first half of the season. So Ipswich will have to adapt a certain type of way. But yeah, even like I said, the mid-table teams, it'll be interesting to see what Everton do. They've lost Onana now to Villa.
I think Everton's out now. I think West Ham
will get relegated.
Nah, they won't get relegated, but I don't think they're gonna be. No, they ain't doing that. They're out of there.
Yeah,
I think Leicester might go back down.
Yeah, I feel like Leicester. I don't know if they'll have enough, and they lost one of their probably their best player actually from last season. Dewsbury Hall is going to Chelsea.
Yeah, so I think Leicester will go back down. Who was I going to say? Villa, the Onana signing. That's a good signing, but they've lost Douglas Luiz. He's gone Juventus.
Yeah,
baller.
You know what it is with Villa? Villa have got a top manager in Emery, but they've also got one of the best sort of director of football, sporting directors, whatever it. I don't know what role he's got exactly in Monchi, who was at Sevilla a while ago, and he was behind a lot of their success with Emery. Actually, I think they were there at the same time, so they know each other well.
Yeah.
So these clubs. I look at them. I look at the board that they've got, and what Villa have done is I like that they've backed the manager fully. So they gave him a new contract about 6-7 months ago.
They have to though, man.
And then they gave him another new contract because he's got Champions League football. And you know what that is saying? You know what, you're our guy. We want you to stay as long as possible. He'll obviously feel loved, and it'll be interesting to see them in the Champions League this season as well.
I don't think they'll go far though, man. Champions League.
Villa. Yeah, I mean the fact that they're there is I mean even
big achievement. 100%.
Yeah, it is. Even if they get through the group stage. Well, it's not a group stage anymore, is it? It's a table now, isn't it?
Yeah, they've changed the format, haven't they?
The Europa League and the Champions League.
What is it? What's actually happening? I don't even know.
Do you know what?
Do you know about it, John?
Yeah, I've seen it as well, but I like the old stuff. To be fair, the new structure it doesn't appeal to me.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah. I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
Well, they got extra teams.
So
extra team as well.
Do you know what? I don't want to get this wrong. So we probably should have done our research before we come in.
Go on, you're a Man United fan. You get a lot of things.
You've got X amount of teams in there. A certain, I think it's the top. Again, I don't want to quote the wrong thing before I get obliterated in the comments. But a certain amount will finish in the league and will qualify automatically. Then you've got like a playoff stage. And you've got another stage underneath. So the lower you finish, I think the more games you might have to play before you qualify for the next stage.
Exactly.
And then so on. So it's a different format. It'll be interesting to see how it works.
It might be alright.
And then, but you know what football's like. It might, if it works for 2-3 years, they'll keep it.
Yeah,
if it doesn't, then they might revert back to the old way as well. So. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Villa play. But what the good thing about that is, you will see more big games. because if Arsenal have to play Real Madrid, they have to play Barcelona, they have to play Bayern Munich.
Say that again. If you see more big games, and if who has to play who?
Well, I'm saying to you as an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm glad you know we're a big game. Thank you.
But yeah, obviously, you know, you'll be seeing again like teams like City against Bayern and Real Madrid and whatnot. So I think that's one of the reasons why they've done it, just to get more sort of. It's all about money, really, and let's be honest. Ultimately, it's all about money, trying to get more money.
Speaking on Villa, they had another transfer. Diaby went to Saudi Arabia.
Really? Yeah, and they got I think just over what they paid for him, which is mad.
How old is he now?
I don't know.
I think he's mid-20s. He's still in his mid-20s.
He's a baller though. He was cold, man.
He started off on fire the first few months, and then he sort of died down a bit. And at one point, I think it was Leon Bailey was playing almost ahead of him.
On the right,
So I feel like, again, look, this is what happens when you get a proper director of football and structure. So I'm going to take you to Man United at the moment.
Of course you
I have to, you know what I mean? No, but...
Bomboka!
Yeah, how you double barreling me, man?
Cause bro, you got to get the blue and a bumper.
So you look at Man United and a lot of the reasons why we can't get rid of our players is because they're on such high wages.
Yeah.
So no one will touch them. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Villa... Obviously, they've got the right people negotiating the right deals. I mean, I'm going to take you all back to who gives David De Gea 375k a week, man?
Man United.
375. No one else is going anywhere near that, by the way.
As well.
No one. I mean, maybe two.
Is that why he ain't got a club now? Because he's still looking for a club.
Yeah, exactly. No one's going to get, and it's proof. I mean, the start of last season, Chelsea were desperate for a goalkeeper. Bayern were desperate for a goalkeeper. Real Madrid were looking for a goalkeeper because Courtois got injured. Neuer got injured. Chelsea's keepers got injured. And no one took David De Gea, not even on a short-term contract.
Very good goalie.
Is that what he's demanding, the 375,000 a week?
Now,
okay.
But
it might be close.
Be a lot. I mean, I'm of the opinion, obviously, as a, you know, basic logic, as a guy who's earning nowhere near that kind of money, you'd rather get 150k a week than nothing. You know what I mean?
Not even Saudis offering him anything.
No, maybe he doesn't want to move there. I don't know. Maybe. But I know he's got limited options. But look, again, it takes me back to my point. When you've not got the right people in place, when you've got accountants in charge, when you've got people who only know about finances, and these are supposed to be smart businessmen, by the way. You're not. I'm sorry that label went over my head years ago because you cannot be smart giving someone like that a contract that big. But
I think he was one of the top goalies at a point. Obviously not 300 at a point.
375.
He was cold.
Well, he was earning, I think, almost twice as much as Edison or Allison or something like that as well. So it just shows you the levels. And
would you rate him higher than Neuer?
Who? De Gea? No, absolutely not.
Nowhere near.
No, absolutely not.
What was Neuer in that? We're not going to know that.
Shot stopping, De Gea is one of the best keepers I've ever seen in my life. Shot stopping.
So is Neuer though. Neuer was cold. The reason I'm comparing him because De Gea was...
elite. Yeah, he's one of the best keepers I've ever seen.
He was cold,
all round, Neuer's been arguably the best for the last, 15 years? Yeah. 10, 15 years?
And he was nowhere near on that 300k a week.
This is what I mean.
Yeah,
you
shot yourself in the foot.
But this is what I'm saying. So like Casemiro we're trying to get rid of now. 350k a week. No one's going to, unless if you don't go Saudi, he's not going anywhere because of PSR, no one's going to touch him for that kind of money. Yeah. And look, he's on a 5-year contract. This is going to be his 3rd year into a 5-year contract. If your family are happy in Manchester and you're getting 350k a week, I ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere.
Right, then how you're taking the money.
And so you should. Yeah. So this is what was happening before. But again, like I said, when you look at clubs like Villa, who are very well run, they're structuring their deals properly. You look at someone like DRB, probably on a lot lower wages. So if a club's going to come and pay that money for him, they'll take him because they know they can afford his wages as well.
That's true.
Whereas if you're paying 50 million for him and he's on 250, 300k a week, that's an extra, 15, 20 million a year. It's too much money. You know what I mean?
It's good business for Villa, man.
Very good business.
Who else did they sign? It's just Onana?
You know what? They've signed a couple of other players. I think one of them was part of a swap deal with Juventus. I can't remember the names. They got Cameron Archer back as well.
Yeah.
I think they had a buyback on it. I think they got Philogin as well, who had a really good season at Hull in the Championship last season. There was a lot of clubs. He was linked to Barcelona at one point.
Yeah.
From Hull to Barcelona. Imagine that. Didn't quite materialise, but
that's from something to nothing, baby.
But again, this is smart moves because they paid not a lot of money for both of them. I'm hearing now someone wants to buy Archer, which is probably going to cost an extra 10 million what they paid for it. Bear in mind, he's a homegrown academy player of theirs as well, even though they had to sort of get him back. But listen, they know what they're doing, and I can see Villa going from strength to strength potentially. So
they're looking, they should do well. I want to see how Onana does for them now. That's what I really want.
Do you know what? That is the player that Man United should have got.
I want Arsenal to get him. I thought we was going to get him so he can sit in the 6 and then. Yeah. But it looks like party ain't going nowhere. So.
Yeah. with Onana, so Man United are currently looking for a number 6.
Mm.
And Onana was available. This is what frustrates me. Man United wanted Jared Brantthwaite, who I think would have been a very good defender for us. Everton didn't want to sell Brantthwaite, but we pursued him. Man United also needed a number 6.
Yeah.
Everton wanted to sell Onana. We didn't pursue Onana. And I feel like we're going to regret that because I really, really like Amadou Onana, not Andre. What's my name, mate? Yeah, Amadou Onana, sorry. I think he's a top player. And I think you'll see, because he's going to play Champions League football this season now.
Yeah, Champions League as well.
You know what I mean? So we'll see how he
fares.
fares.
Man. He's going to do well.
And next to Kobe Mainoo, who would have been an ideal partner, I think.
This guy always gets Man United in.
I have to,
the fans, viewers.
I'm keeping it real.
Every 45 seconds, he'll throw Man United in there some way. You talk about a left back. Yeah, Luke Shaw was the greatest in the world. He always gets in there. Anyway. All right, boom. Tone's not here at the moment, but we're going to talk about the Liverpool. I've kind of watched them in the preseason a bit. They're looking quite good, you know. They're looking attacking as hell. What's his name? Arne Slot. What they playing these? Yeah,
but they've not really made any signings, have they?
No, not really. They've got back. What's his name? Carvalho.
Oh, okay, yeah. He scored against us the other day.
Yeah, he bagged a goal in the friendly. Yeah. I think they're looking to send him back on loan now. But I like him, you know.
Well, I'm hearing that he wants to play first team football.
Yeah. So should you believe sometimes it's the players, like Smith Rowe?
Of course it is.
Do you reckon it's the players also?
Yeah, players push for transfers, But remember one thing.
Sometimes,
with the so people make me laugh with certain things. The last thing that the teams do is negotiate a fee. First thing they do is the clubs
talk to the player,
agents and say, is your player interested in coming to this club? Yes, he is. All right, what's it going to take? This summer. Okay, like this is the role that he's going to play. This is how we see him. Blah 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 blah. Okay, great. Now we're happy. You're happy. Great. Now go negotiate with the club. If you can agree a fee, he's coming. Okay. And that's why you get players kicking off, like putting in transfer requests.
So I want to get out of here.
They want to get out.
Smith Rowe, you just broke my heart even more. You must.
So
it wasn't Arteta. You might have just wanted to get out of there.
But at the same time, it might have been a case where
doing what he does.
It might have been a case where Smith Rowe said to the club, "Look, am I in your plans? I want to play more first team." And say, "Look, you're not going to be our number 1 starter, so if you want to leave, you can leave." That's another conversation. I think similar to I'm going to take back to Man United.
Oh my!
Similar to what McTominay's doing at United. He wanted assurances. They're not giving him any, so he's saying, "Right, I'm going to look at my options." Then, and they've said to him, "If we get a decent amount and you want to go, you can go." So,
but did you catch any of the preseason
for Liverpool?
Yeah, they beat you.
I watched the highlights against you lot, and I watched them slap us. Hold on, right. We actually played really, really well.
Here we go. He's back. He's got it again.
Look. The first half.
He's at 45 seconds.
Check the stats, man. We actually, you know what? We missed 2 or 3 absolute sitters.
Yeah.
Listen, Liverpool looked good in the second half, 100%.
No, they're looking good.
The first half, we were the better team, without a doubt. And then we were 2-0 down before we knew it. But what I find crazy about Liverpool is I can't see. I'm not a master tactician, but I can't see a massive difference in the way that they were playing under Klopp to the way that they're playing.
They look more attacking, man.
The
way they're passing the ball and the way the wingers are running in.
Yeah,
they look dangerous, bro.
You can see, and this is why, again, it takes me back to my point about the director of football, because Martin Edwards now is their CEO, so he's overseeing everything. So I think they got Bournemouth's director of football, who's running a show now, which is what Michael Edwards was doing before. Yeah. So they know what they're doing. They've got the right guy, and if you notice, they got him in early as well. Do you know what I mean? I think even before the season finished, so they knew who they were getting, and I think there'll be a few signings, 2 or 3 signings away from doing really, really well. But I still think they'll be in transition to a degree this season, because
I don't think so. Obviously, it's only preseason, and preseason,
exactly.
You could smack teams 6-7-0, and the season starts. You're just shat. But
keeping Salah and Van Dijk is going to be massive for them.
That's going to be big.
Yeah.
Who have they didn't sign nobody, have they?
I don't believe they have, but they will make moves. 100% they'll make moves.
Especially in the league, you have to improve your team.
Be interested to see Darwin Núñez this season, who Tone thought was the best striker in.
Let's see how much every time he hits the post and bar this season. Just put it in my accumulator. All right, boom. We're gonna get onto the community shield. It's coming up this Saturday, man. You lot, I don't know how you lot flipping. Would you lot win the FA Cup, innit? Jammy bastards.
What a day.
What do you reckon? Community shield, boy. Man United, Man City. I reckon you lot might win it, you know.
I hope so.
I reckon you lot going to do it. I reckon Man City, they remember Foden's not going to be playing, I don't think, straight away. He said he's going to rest a lot of his players. Pep believes that a lot of the players need a rest. So he's not going to put them straight back into football straight away. He said the first couple of games of the season, he's resting them. Whoever was come back late from the Euros, they're chilling. So.
It's smart because they'll still be there or thereabouts, and he knows that even if they're 5-6 points behind, 4-5 points behind, they'll just go and win 10-12 games in a row and just slap everyone, and then all of a sudden be 5 points ahead. You know what I mean? But I think it depends on the teams. It depends on the selections. Obviously, Haaland will play for City, which is obviously always a big...
scored a hat-trick there for this.
Scored a hat-trick the other day against Chelsea. I know that United have got Lisandro Martinez to come back now, Luke Shaw back in training, Bruno Fernandes back in training, Garnacho and Mainu back in training. These are 5 of our best players, really. That's half the team. So, yeah.
I'm going Man United. I reckon you're not going to do it.
I'm going to have to.
I'm going 2-1 Man United.
Yeah, I'm going to say the same. I'm going to say 2-1 United as well.
City 3-1.
Cheers, mate.
He's going against. Go on, Frank. Punch him in the face. I'm going 2-1. I'm going 2-1 United.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 United as well. I think, based on what you're telling me, I don't know how reliable your information is about Pep saying he's going to rest players.
My information's I might not get the names right, but I do know my information.
Yeah, so if they are going to rest a few players, then I feel like we can do a job on them. But it's Man City, innit? It's Pep. They're, even if they play an academy player, they'll look good. Yeah. It'll be an interesting game. But what I don't want to do is get too excited if we win or get too downbeat if we lose. And the other thing is, it depends. Again, if Lisandro Martinez is back, he'll help us a lot. Luke Shaw depends how fit he is.
You and this Luke Shaw guy, bro.
Luke Shaw's a quality player, man. If you actually watch him, he's a quality player.
I like Dalot though,
Yeah, Dalot is very, very good. He's back in training as well.
I like him. Does he play left back?
He's right back, yeah. Well, you know what? It's funny actually because Wan-Bissaka...
Dalot plays
Dalot's a right back.
So why is he on the left sometimes?
Because we don't have another right back. Sorry, we don't have another left back. So but
he's been playing left back, isn't it?
No, he's been playing right back. And a lot of the time he was playing Wan-Bissaka left back last season for some reason.
So why did I see Dalot on the left?
Yeah, a few times, yeah.
Oh, okay,
predominantly he's right.
Oh, okay, but I'm saying I remember watching Man United and I've seen
him.
And he was cutting in.
At Porto, he was playing left back a lot of the time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, so that's another one we forgot to touch on. Wan-Bissaka to West Ham. No, you're just reminding me because you said Dalot's back on right back. Oh, he's completely had me there. He's completely had me there. He's like, okay. Yeah. No, but But listen, I was saying that would be a very, very good signing for West Ham. Wan-Bissaka. We know what he's about. We know what he can do. He's got his limitations for the way that we play, but West Ham aren't going to be expected to play the same.
He's good defensively.
Yeah, he's
going forward. He's a bit.
So again, and that brings us on because obviously United are looking to sign potentially another fullback.
You're going again.
Well, we're talking about Man United. We're talking about.
All right, and in other news, Chelsea have signed Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a joke.
Oh man.
How many players, man?
This happens when there's only 2 of us.
I know, man. I need to break it down. We need you back, Tone.
You know what I mean?
This guy's just taking over with Man United, bruv. He's going to be flipping Man United in the back scene and all sorts of shit. But we're going to wrap it up anyway. All right, so you're going to go fucking 10-0 Man United. You said 3-1. I said 2-1. And then, boom, we'll be back next week. All right, boom, we're going to start to wrap it up now. So you've got your prediction. What are you saying? 10-0 Man United, obviously.
2-1 United.
2-1. You've been reasonable. I said 2-1. Johnny said 3-1.
3-1.
City. Cool. That's it. And next week, we'll be back anyway. Next week, the Premier League's back. Thank you, Jesus. We're back.
Finally, man.
We're going to do some predictions and FPL. We've got an FPL thing as well. I'm going to put the code. Can we put the code like on the screen or something?
I'll put it up here.
Yeah, we'll put the code.
Get loads of people to enter, yeah?
Yeah.
Everyone's getting smoked.
Where did you finish?
I got
you good?
I'm all right. But I've got a couple of tricks up my sleeve.
How many points you get last year?
I just can't remember, mate, to be honest.
This guy, he puts like Man United players in there. So how he does it is...
I've got 4 Man United players in there. You can only have 3.
No, but he gets the ones that's on loan, not the youth players that's on loan. His team's full of United players. He's going to come last. Only joking. But yeah, we're going to do the FPL and that and wrap it up. Also, like, subscribe, comment. Tell us the areas you're coming from, you're watching, and, we wanted to see where the viewers are from and stuff like that.
My family right in the States watching as well.
Oh, they're out in the States, yeah.
So
Big up the States,
we're
massive.
Global.
We're going global, baby. Well, yeah, comment below. And also tell Frank to just allow the Man United stuff, man. Please. God save me. All right, cool. Peace.
Bomboka!